Good evening, everybody. It's Shelley Johns here from Gympie. I'm a wellness coach with Herbalife. I've been in the company now for 27 years and I've lost over 20 kilos. I feel fantastic. I'm 47 now, so I just love all the healthy aging component of the products. And I also love helping people in my community and making an impact here and being able to work around my family and do something that I absolutely love every single day. I can't wait to get out of bed every day. And I think back to when I was working at Telstra in my 20s, and there was times I didn't want to get out of bed to go to work. So it's nice to do something you love, and I am very, very grateful for that. So we're going to kick off the evening with some good news. And of course, we've had an amazing event on the weekend with the Success Summits all around Australia with lots of guest speakers flown all around to inspire all over the country, from Cairns all the way down to Melbourne and across to WA. So let's get some feedback on the people that have attended these events. So let's start off with Lindy. Would you like to share what you got from your event? Which one did you go to and what did you get out of it?
Jill and I got from Canberra, so we went to the New South Wales Summit, and Jess Morgan, Press Team 15K, was there, and I have listened to her speak before, and she's absolutely wonderful. There's so much to get out of it, and you do go away having a little bit of a brain drain. This time, compared to other summits, I came away with a whole lot of books and PD stuff, which was really nice to be able to go away and reflect, and then some just different things to go back to. And she just keeps breaking it down to a really earthiness of just keeping it really simple and not going over the top, and then explaining that then to your customers or members, and then just getting them to duplicate the same. She just makes it so easy. It was really approachable, had some lovely photos, and it was a great turnout, and the atmosphere is great. It just gives you that little bit of extra, zip to keep you going. And I don't know, what else do you think that you got from it?
Buddy, all the information that he gave on.
Buddy came up. Salib came up and did a little bit of talk on social media and different ways and different feeds to get everybody to be more encouraged to get yourself out there, because it changes so rapidly. But Jess was even talking about getting it was just packaging your story and how to, if you want to propel yourself forward, how to do that. It's just great, and it's always such a really nice social atmosphere too, to be able to catch up with people and just stay connected with everyone. It was a really good vibe. It was great.
Excellent. Thank you so much for sharing, and well done on how long does it take you to drive it?
Depending on the traffic, 3.5 hours.
Yep. So well done, these two.
This time of year it's a bit crazy, but we talk, and so it kills time. So.
Yep. Excellent. Sounds like a fantastic day that you have with Jess Morgan. So thank you for sharing, Gillian and Lindy. So Rosemary, so where are you from, and which event did you go to?
Rosemary Gerard. I'm from Brisbane, and I went to the Ridge in South Brisbane, and Jared was the main guest and speaker. He was very just very warm and down to earth. Earns a lot of money. I think something like 45,000, 50,000 a month, which is incredible, isn't it, when you think about it? But for me, I remember meeting up with Jan and a lot of the other, people I know really well, and I was just saying how important it is, for me anyway, to just get that injection of positivity from that meeting, being able to go to that event. I spoke to another young lady who shared her story with me, and then her mum's story, which was amazing. I did have to leave early because of the storm that was coming, and so I didn't get to take a photo of her, but I will eventually when I go to the next event and she's there. I know she will be there. So for me, the stories, just that continual, just look after the people that, you know, that are in your team, and duplication. And taking the products properly, taking them, you know, not 2 shakes a day, possibly 3, and taking all your tablets, which we do anyway. There was just so much positivity within the room. So for me, it helped me to sort of go, okay, now get cracking. And I did today catch, you know, up with a lady who's been on Herbalife since 1986 and wanted me to talk to her about the different products, and I went and saw her, and another lady on Wednesday. My, you know, weight loss challenges tomorrow night, and I've got quite a few young ladies in that, and they're actually starting, you know, to take some of the products. So you know me, I just love what I do anyway.
Yep, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Rosemary. I'm glad you got so much out of that event.
Oh, I did. No worries.
Now, I know,
Thank you.
Jan, you went to the same event too. So what did you get out of this, and why do you keep going back again and again?
Okay, incredible event, really, really was. And we had a couple of other people speak as well. We had a bit of Facebook talk as well. And apparently you've got to like your own likes or something, which I don't understand. But anyway, that was covered. But yeah, and Julie Chalmers did a great section on retail and everything. So that was really good to see and hear. Because we haven't had sort of follow-up for quite some time at the STSO, and she did a brilliant job. But as regards Jared, and he does earn between $45,000 and $50,000 per month.
Yes, per month.
And he did start only about just over 6 years ago, and he did find Herbalife on the Gold Coast. That's where he started. He started in the Gold Coast Lifestyle Centre that Robin Christie had at that point of time. And Robin Christie obviously took him under their wing, and he referred to Robin Christie quite a lot, for them helping him, in the early stages. And of course, then he sponsored Quinton, which is doing a phenomenal job, obviously, in France. But Jared himself, he is a little different, I must admit. He is very, very relaxed.
Yes.
Very calm.
Very.
He gave out very calm vibes. Very, very intent, very serious. But what he really covered very closely and intently was you've got to learn the basics of the business. Use, where, talk, the art of an invitation, and testimonials.
Yeah.
He said that they're the main things that you need to learn in this business. And if you learn that, you've got it covered. And the rest, obviously, is personal development, working harder on yourself than anything else. Because, you've got to handle different situations, different personalities, all that sort of thing. And personal growth is what will get you through. But he said one of the major keys in his business, and he does feel that people who really want to move up the marketing plan, is the events. He said, just don't miss the events. He said it could be just one thing that you walk away from an event that really turns your business around. And I must admit that is quite true. And I've experienced that myself personally. But then he said, really take notice of the promotions. This is for people who really want to move through the marketing plan. Really understand the promotions. Go for the promotions. If you don't achieve it, other things have happened for you anyway. Your business has grown, you've personally grown, you've helped more people, and of course you've added more money to your income. So he said promotions are vital, and it does teach you how to set goals as well, which is most important. And he said, if you've got a mentor, talk to them. He said, the mentor can't be ringing everybody, but you've got to call your mentor and discuss things with them and really get them to help you, in different areas and things like that. But he said, setting goals, he said, you've got to have goals for, apart from your business, you've got to have your business goals, all different degrees of you moving through the marketing plan, what your goals are, and writing them down is very, very important, because writing them down makes it much clearer, and putting time frames in things that really does help them come to, sort of the time. And then, of course, you've got to have social goals, spiritual goals, mental goals, physical goals, and, of course, your business goals that I've just talked about. But I was most impressed with Jared. He's quite an incredible young man. But certainly, you know, whatever event you're going to attend really does add to the business. Why I go all the time, I need the inspiration. It's too cold out there by yourself all the time. If you're out in an area where, you know, you can't get to all the events, understand that, but really, you know, get like these calls. I think that's an inspiration as well. Hearing from, you know, all you guys on the call helps one another. So I think that's very, very important as well. The more people we get on these calls, the more inspiration we get from one another.
Absolutely. Excellent. Thank you so much, Jan. That was a fantastic overview of what you got out of Saturday. And yeah, Jared, yes, it's nice to have someone that, I mean, it's all different personality types. You know, you do get the ones that are really excitable and full on, but it's okay to be quiet and calm too. You know, everyone fits in somewhere, and we need everybody, every personality type we need to show how versatile the company is and that it is for everybody. Yeah,
Just, actually, one thing I did miss, something he said, and he was very, very strong about. He said, you've got to think bigger. None of us think big enough. So he said, you know, really think bigger.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And that was something Gary was always thought so big, much bigger than yeah, what I would ever be thinking. And I used to love that he would just expand your mind into thinking so much more as well, which is great. So, of course, we've got 10 days. 11 days till the end of the month. So I really want you to think about whatever you've done in this first 2/3 of the month. Now we've got the last third to go. Finish off strong. One of the goals that I try and have is have my 2,500 done halfway through the month, so that then I can work on upgrading and helping people as well. So this is the time that you want to just be checking how everyone's going on BizWorks, who's getting close to anything. Just letting them know, even if it's not for them, like they don't want to go to a higher discount, still let them know and give them the choice, and plant the seed anyway. And also just be, you know, just going back to any leads that maybe you haven't, making sure you've done all your follow-up. If you let people know, I know some of the things have finished on the Christmas catalogue, but, you know, some of the gifts there that you could use as thank yous for people that have been really consistent or have reached different goals, anything like that. That's what you want to be doing now for the next 10 days to finish off strong.
Shirley, can I just interrupt? One of the big things that Jess was talking about was the goal setting, but she broke it down into 4 different lots, and she said if you can do 5 goal sets for what you want to have, 5 goals that you want to do or action or experience, 5 things that you want to work on or become, and then 5 things that you could help or give to. And that made it really good. And then she said once you've written it down, then do a page, as in like a letter to yourself, and then keep redoing that each time. Once you've achieved those goals and you're happy with that, then do it again to keep going forward. And then breaking it down made it more simple, but it made it more achievable as well.
I think that's a really good tip. Thank you for sharing, Lindy. So, you know, having the goals, and you can have a goal between now and the end of the month. You can have a goal for the day, and you can have a goal for the rest of the year or for the next 20, 30 years if you wish. So these are the sort of goals that you can set. And, of course, they change. What's important to us maybe 10 years ago might be different now. So it's okay for you to refine them as you go. So, yep, definitely keep writing your goals down, reading them, visualizing like Jan's so good at, and all of those things. But of course, the secret ingredient, action. We have to put them into action. So it's great to believe it, to see it, to say it, to think it, to write it, but then you need to actually go and put some action steps into place to make it happen. So thank you everyone for sharing. And I know there's lots of things happening all around Australia and overseas in the company. So it's very, very exciting. I know Jennifer's been over at the Future Present Team retreat over there. She's got some really good information. Is that where she was, Jan? I'm still getting the event right.
Yeah, she was over there, and then from there she came back very momentarily, actually. Then she went to Greece for the Chairman's Club meetings, and then from Greece she went to the Chairman's Club holiday, and she chose Israel.
Lovely.
And she only got back on Saturday.
I did see some pretty amazing photos. So who have you got on your lap, Jan? Who's that?
That's Quincy.
A nice companion to have.
Oh, yeah, good to see he is.
So tonight's call's all about the marketing plan. And I remember when I first got started, that I was very intimidated and daunted by the marketing plan. I just used to just go right over my head. But guess what? The more I used to go to a Tuesday, a Thursday, and a Saturday meeting, and of course the marketing plan was pretty much shown at every single one of them. So I thought over and over and over, and then eventually it started to sink in. And the great thing that Merv always said to me, my sponsor, was it doesn't matter if you don't know because the computer works it out anyway. And I think, oh, thank God for that. So, but I just wanted to go through some basics. So these were put together with Gary a couple of years ago. So they're really special because I got to spend a lot of time with him doing this. And so yes, this is the marketing plan presentation that we put together. So let's get started. So our business is very simple. We get paid to bring value to the marketplace. Okay, so how much value can you give out there into people's lives? And that's what you want to be thinking when you're going out there. Don't think about money, think about value. So to make extra part-time income, we do things. And most people start off part-time, and it's very powerful to show people how to earn income part-time, whether it's 2 hours a week or it's 20 hours a week, it doesn't matter. It's whatever time they can fit in, and it's what you do in the time that counts. So we actually use the products to get our own personal result. We need an obvious result, and we need something that's emotional so that you can share it with somebody else and you can package it. So I know Lydia's fantastic at packaging product results, and you really want to learn how to package it so you can tell it quickly, or if you need to sit at a family situation or a barbecue where you can talk for longer and you can, tell it over a period of time and put more drama and detail into it. Okay, so that you need to have your business and your product income stories packaged, and you want to keep working on your results all the time. So you can be constantly getting a new result. Even myself being on the products for 27 years, I can still work on a brand new result if I wish to. Okay, and then we build a client base to whatever income that we are looking for each week. So do you want to earn $100 a week? Do you want to earn $500 a week? Do you want to earn $1,000 a week or more? Then you can work out how many clients am I going to need to, so I know as a supervisor, I'm going to earn $216 profit on every ultimate program, so I help so I can work out, say for example, I'm trying to get to spectacular or something, whatever goal it is, I can break that down into how many clients do I need to reach that income goal. Okay, so you need to help your new people know what their goals are. Okay, so to create financial freedom. So when someone first gets into the company, they might not want to be going for financial freedom, but over time, as they start going to the trainings and they're exposed to the opportunity and what other people are doing, and they see a bigger picture, they may want to do this financial freedom. This is why you always want to let people know all their options. So we do the same two things, use the products to get our own personal result and build a client base to whatever income we're looking for each week. So that's our retail income. But we also do something very important. We find members and we teach them to do the same 3 things depending on their goals, or same 2 or 3 things. So it's really about duplication and teaching people what you're already doing. Okay, so this is all you need to concentrate on and giving that value. So it's very simple, but it's extremely powerful. And you just heard Jan and Rosemary talk about Jared earning $45,000 to $50,000 a month. This is how he is doing it. He's teaching people how to do these 2 things depending on whatever their goals are. And it doesn't matter what their goals are. If they want to earn $100 a week, not a problem. If they want to earn $50,000 a month, not a problem. We can show them someone that is doing that and doing it now. Okay, so here's the areas of income. And I used to love this because when I first started the company, I was working at Telstra and I got 1 area of income and I got paid on a Wednesday. It was generally gone by Friday by the time I paid everything, and I'd have to go back to work again on Monday to, to get more money for the week. So, and that was 1 area. It didn't matter how much effort I put in, how much extra hours I worked, I would only get paid that and nothing else. So the great thing about in Herbalife, we have 4 areas of incomes plus some other special bonuses and things like that. We have retail profit, so that's like cash in your pocket every single day. And I know that Gary and Jennifer always got very excited about this area of income, the retail profit, because it's cash in your pocket every day. Wholesale income works like any other business out there. And royalty overrides, you don't just have to be an author or a singer or anything like that, a performer. We get to earn royalties in this company. Production bonuses, which are for our tab teams, and I'll go through that on our part 2. And we do have special supervisor bonuses and things like that from time to time, plus paid vacations. And next year's, in 2019, is to Vietnam, which is really, really exciting. Just wanted to welcome Jennifer to the call.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, hi, Jenny.
Hi.
Nice to have you on the call. You've been jet setting everywhere.
Oh, we've had an amazing time. So have to get that on another call and tell you all about it. It's too much to tell.
So, well, obviously, that comes under this here, number 5, paid vacations. So just tell us, just as a bit of a taste for people maybe that are just getting started and they don't know much about these paid vacations, where did the company send you?
Okay, well, because it was a Founders Club, Chairman's Club, what they call retreat or holiday they give us once a year, we first have to work. So they take us to Greece this year. So we do about 5 days of talking there about what's going on in the world, innovative new ideas. You know, they give us all these new sort of products that possibly might come in the future, you know, stuff that's going on, legals, you name it. So, you know, we actually do work. And we're there sort of most of the day. But at the end of that day, they take you to the most amazing restaurants, often in museums, you know, the classic museums with, you know, all the dinosaurs on the ceilings and stuff like last year in England. Because we're in Greece, you know, we went to amazing restaurants just right overlooking, you know, all the architecture. You walk in the street and the streets are dug up and they've got glass over the pavement and there's just, you know, old cities underneath. So in between the work, you know, they give us, you know, a lot of great things. And every day we go into our room and there's great presents and gifts and stuff, you know, to bring home. So they make you feel that no matter what age you are, you know, that you're real value to the company. And I've actually been amazed at that because I'll be 73 in December and I find that more doors opening for me now. You know, when most people are getting out in their black dress and a cane, you know. So, you know, it's been exciting. So we went on from there to Israel, and I've been in Israel before on another 10-day trip, and it was just amazing. And Lynette came along with that, and, you know, we just saw the most amazing places in the world. And, you know, all the history you hear about, whether you've got a spiritual sense or not, you know, to go and see these things that are written in the great books, you know, from the beginning of time, you know, 4,000 years, you know, back, you know, and then if you are spiritually inclined and you know your Bible works, you know, just to see it all painted there. I've been before, as I said, and I've had some amazing trips, had a chance to have even a whole 4-hour service in the temple in Jerusalem with my Greek Orthodox friend, who's incidentally a Herbalifer. And, you know, we were there from midnight till 4 a.m. some years ago, and it was like something out of a medieval movie. It was just amazing. And then we actually had an interview with the patriarch of the Greek Church, which is the equivalent to the Pope in Rome. So I was actually the only non-Greek Orthodox there having an interview with the Patriarch. So it was amazing. And this trip was just as amazing, with Herbalife topping it off at the end with an amazing light and video show shown over the walls of Jerusalem, depicting the whole story of Judaism from day one. And all the stories, if you know in your Bible or your great works, you know, what happened through history, David and his harp, Bathsheba, you know, you name it, the temple being destroyed, you know, going to Egypt as slaves. So they had this big light and video show right across the walls, and you're watching this and you see people walking, they have real life characters in it, and then they have the video show behind. And so the walls are turned into Egypt, you know, when you're there and seeing them working as slaves, and then the walls are turned into the destruction of the temple, the walls are turned into Bethlehem, etc. And it was the most amazing night to go and see, and just to go and see those holy sites that have been built on from you know, from if it's in the New Testament time, 2,000 years ago, when, you know, the churches started building a home church, and 100 years later another church, another years later another church. Now there's the most grand buildings in those spaces. And then politically, you know, all the things you read about, knowing that a lot of that territory is actually in control of the Catholic Church or the Greek Orthodox Church, because they were there doing something about that history long before actually the Jewish people were doing something about it. So these are the things Herbalife do for you, and they do it even on our levels here in Australia. We get to have holidays, we get to see the world, we can go and recruit anywhere in the world, and Herbalife just appreciates you and then shows you. They don't want to lose you. You know, they need you, and they need you to teach other people and keep the company going. So I really want to see you guys think about it and think maybe Chairman's Club instead of just President's Team. Start thinking Chairman's Club, because people are getting there so fast, including our last two qualifiers. You know, one under 30, two, you know, husband and wife under 30, and the other's around 30. One got there in 6 years to Chairman's Club. Gary and I were about 20 years, and that was the average in the past. So the business is getting easier, and, you know, but you've got to do the work. So I hope I didn't take too much time there, but I thought I'd cover as much as I could.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Jennifer. So that's just a taste of some of the vacations and things that everyone can qualify for, and it's just doing the work, and it's pretty cool work as well, just so you know. So let's go on to the next slide. So how do you get paid while helping your community? So Herbalife's in 90 plus countries. So what we've done is we've created our own currency called a volume point. So you'll see it a lot, volume points or VPs, and this is so the company, no matter what country you're in, can work out how you get paid. Okay, so if you look here at our most popular program in Australia is the Ultimate Program. That is 177 volume points. Okay, so that's 177 anywhere in the world, which is fantastic. So when you get started in the company, you get a Herbalife member pack. So this is it here. You get this great bag. You get a career manual that takes you through every aspect of the business. You get a ticket to one of our monthly trainings, a full-size canister of the Formula One vanilla, and a cool button that you can wear that people start asking straight away, plus some brochures and things like that. So you get all of this for $83, and that's straight away gets you set up for business. You get an ID number that the company tracks your business for you, no matter where it spreads to, all around Australia, overseas. It will make sure any money owing to you is sent back to you here in your bank account in Australia. So it's pretty amazing what you get. You get so much value for that $83. So this is how you get started. Okay, so when you first get started, you can choose how much retail profit you want to get paid. So you get registered, you start at 25%, but you can work your way up right up to 50% as a supervisor, and this is where you want to be. So everybody gets to supervisor. It's just a matter of time, and we have lots of different ways of going there. So as a 25%, and I'm going to use the Ultimate Program as an example because that's our most popular program, just to make it easier, but this can be on any products, of course. So you can become a member or a wellness coach, and you can start paying retail. So you can pay retail, or you can start buying wholesale, and wholesale is anywhere from 25 to 50% off. It's up to you. Okay, so you register with your member pack, which is a one-off fee, and then it's only $16 a year to maintain it, and if you're a supervisor, it's around about $94. Okay, so this is it here. So here's your Ultimate Program. It retails at $478, and at 25%, one Ultimate Program is going to cost you $370. So you're already saving over $100. It retails at $478, so you're going to make over $100 profit every time you get someone started on an Ultimate Program, or if you're purely doing it for the discount, you're going to save $100. So who doesn't want to save $100? Okay, so that's step number one. Then to get to the next step, which is 35%, and a lot of people do this. I have a lot of product lovers, people that just love using the products, do this to save money, and also people that are just trying to build up part-time as well. So this is a really great first step on your way to supervisor. So you accumulate 500 volume points in one calendar month. So for example, here we are on the 19th of November, So if I had done my 500 volume points, if I do it tonight, then as long as it's within that calendar month, by all means, I will stay at 35%. So it's a pretty great place to be. And it equals 3 ultimate programs. So you can purchase them at 35% straight away, those whole 3 programs, for $980. It retails at $1,434. So you're either going to save $454. So lots of customers love that. They get to save that, because if they're trying to lose 20 kilos or they just love the products, they want to stay on it, they're going to buy the products anyway. So why not get them cheaper and save some money? Or maybe they've got a few clients and friends that are wanting the products, and they can retail that and they can make a profit of $454. So either way, it's a pretty good deal. Okay, and then once you're at 35%, you stay there. So, but that's not the only discount. You can actually get to 42%. And I wanted to go through the 2 ways to do that. You've got your Success Builder. This is a one-off order, so it's the maximum discount with the smallest amount of product that you can buy. So I'll just show you how you do it. It works out to around 6 ultimate programs, but it can be equivalent products, 6 ultimate programs, or whatever products you want to make up to that 1,000 volume points. It's one single order, and you get the whole order at 42% off. So I just want to explain that. Say, for example, if I did my Success Builder order tonight on the 19th, then I would be at 42% all the way through to the end of the month. But then on the 1st of December, I would go back to 35%, because the Success Builder order is a temporary 42%. But guess what? This 1,000 volume points, it doesn't matter how long it takes me to retail it, whether it's 2 days or 1 or 2 months, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to make that 42% retail profit, which is really cool. So 6 ultimate programs, you would purchase it for $1,779. It retails at $2,868. So you're going to make $1,089 retail profit. So again, you might have a family that's all using it together, and they might like to do this just to save that money. But you might have someone that's maybe got a shake party, or they've got a business launch, and they want to have some stock on hand. This is a fantastic option to get off to a fast start. Okay, so this is a great way of doing your temporary 42%. But I just want to show you how to do a permanent 42% discount. This is called Qualified Producer. And sorry, just clicking it again. So how you do this is you accumulate 2,500 volume points in between 1 and 3 months. So this is consecutive months, all in a row. So for example, it might be October, November, December, January. If you do your 2,500 volume points in that 1 to 3 months, you'll be at permanent 42% discount. Okay, and obviously it means you're not far off supervisor as well. And the great thing about that is you need to do 1,000 volume points personally purchased, but you can actually use up to 1,500 of your team that aren't supervisors. You can use that volume to help you with this qualification. So it's a really fantastic step in the business. Okay, so that's how you get to permanent 42%. And then, of course, this is where we all want to be. We all want to be at 50% supervisor. And again, as I said, everyone gets there. It's just a matter of time. And what you do is there's a few different ways of getting there. You can accumulate 4,000 volume points in 1 to 12 months. You can do 4,000 volume points in 1 month, over 2 months. And there's also the team methods, which we're going to cover next week on our call. And the great thing about Supervisor is it maximizes the marketing plan, and you're going to be making $216 profit on every ultimate program you retail to your clients. So it's a really great way of doing, making twice the amount of profit for doing exactly the same job as here at 25%. So who wants to be a supervisor, right? And who is a supervisor? You can put up your hands if you like. Or the supervisor. Excellent. So it's a really, really great place to be. And what you want to do is you want to show everyone all the different options and then give them the choice of where they want to be, and at least let them know that they are these different places in the marketing plan and for their discount, so that they can take advantage of it as they wish. Okay, so now I want to explain wholesale profit. So this is a really exciting area of income. And if you take a lot of manufacturers of food products even, they don't generally retail their products. So if you look at a lot of cereal companies, they don't tend to retail their product to the public. They would normally wholesale their product to a supermarket, and then the supermarket would put the retail price on and retail it to the public. And the great thing about Herbalife is that we actually have access to this wholesale area of income, which you normally wouldn't get to. Usually the middleman gets it and we would get cut out of it. But guess what? We have access to this. It's so fantastic. So I just want to explain that when you're at 35% and you get someone registered here, there's actually a difference of 10% wholesale profit. So basically every time one of these members orders a program, say an ultimate program, you're going to pick up wholesale and that will go into your bank account every single month on the 15th. Just want to bring it up. And you can make wholesale profit here at 42% as well. So obviously there's a difference between 42 and 35, between 42 and 50. But obviously being at supervisor is the place you want to be, because supervisors get the maximum wholesale income of 25%.
Shelley, is that the same in every country around the world? I'm just thinking some of the distributors in the Philippines. Is it the same there too?
Yes. Jennifer, would you like to answer that question?
I'm sorry, I missed the question. I was looking at something here on the desk. I beg your pardon. So many things.
Okay, I've just got 2 members that are in the Philippines. So I just wondered whether the profit that you get back is like in Australia, it happens at the end of the month. Is that the same all around the world?
Oh, yes. All the marketing plan is the same. Sometimes there might be a slight variation in product price because of different countries, but the marketing plan will stay the same. And the only variation, as I said, if a product is slightly different, discounted because of their cost of living in those countries. Sure. But when they buy in that country, it all goes on the computer and you will get the check like everyone's got for 38 years and no one's ever missed their money.
Thank you.
And the great thing about that too is it doesn't matter what country they're in, it's exactly the same amount of volume points, because that's our currency worldwide, as it is in anywhere, Philippines, in Spain, in England, New Zealand, Australia. It's exactly the same, which is really cool because it makes it easy for you to talk to those people in terms of volume points. So I just want to show you, these are the different wholesales. So the great thing about being a supervisor, as you can see, supervisors never ever miss out on money. So this is a great place to be. It really puts you in the best position to earn all areas of income. So you can earn 8% wholesale here on any of your Success Builder and qualified producers. So they're still getting paid, and this gets paid from the company, mind you. You're a senior consultant, you're earning 15% wholesale profit, and anyone that's a member at 25%, you're making 25% wholesale profit as well. So it's a really, really exciting area of income on top of your retail profit. So that's your 8 to 25%. Okay, so now let's go through the royalties. So we've gone through retail, which is helping your customers, wholesale, which is helping your team grow, and royalties come from people becoming supervisors, because of course someone that's here, I know when I started here, I didn't want to be here forever. I wanted to be at the supervisor thing because everyone was saying how great it was, and I knew the products were cheaper for me. I knew I was going to make more income for doing exactly the same thing. So everyone wants to go supervisor, right? It's the place to be.
Yep.
So let's just say, Linda, you get me started in the business, okay? So this is me here, and I work my way up to supervisor. So if I'm at 50% and you're at 50%, what sort of wholesale profit are you going to make off me? So if
as much as I can.
So if I'm at 50% profit and you're at 50%, how much wholesale will you now make off me?
Nothing, unless you get some downline.
That's right. So we're both at 50%. There's no wholesale income anymore. But don't worry, the company says, well, that's not fair. Lindy's got me started and looked after me and trained me and helped me get all the way up to here. So the great thing about royalties, it's paid on 3 levels in your business and up to 5%. And this is on the earned base value of all products ordered from the warehouse. So this is really exciting. So you're not going to miss out just because I'm at the same percentage as you now. So here I am. Now let's just say I'm in Brisbane, and I've seen this lovely lady doing laps in her pool, and she's swimming. She loves swimming so much, and I got to say, you really should come join my business. You look really active and you look like you love helping people. I find out she was a nurse, so it's really cool. And I get Rosemary started, and she's in Brisbane. And she starts here at 25%, but of course she gets up to 50%, and she becomes my first line supervisor. And her team, all the people in her team, I'm going to earn 5% royalty on everything she does, which is really cool. So that's forever. So let's just say Rosemary was she was holidaying in Israel, and she bumps into this lovely lady who loves traveling. And she meets Jennifer, and she gets talking to Jennifer and said, you really should join my business because you love traveling and you can travel so much with this company. Why don't you get started? So Jennifer gets started and in the business at 25%, works her way up to 50%. And then she is Rosemary's first line supervisor, but guess what? She's my second line supervisor. And I will make 5% on everything Jennifer does and her team each month, but Rosemary also does as well. So how cool is this? It travels upwards. It doesn't stop there though. Jennifer was off somewhere in Hawaii, and she needed to go to the supermarket and get something, and she runs into this lovely lady, Jan. And she gets talking to Jan, who's really shy, but Jennifer can really see something in Jan. She just knows that she could be a really great team member, and she helps her on the products, get great results. And Jan starts off here and works her way up to supervisor. So now Jan is Jennifer's first line supervisor. She's Rosemary's second line supervisor, but she's my third line supervisor. And we make 5% royalty, so which means the company pays this on everything Jan and her team does every single month. So which is really exciting. And Jan, what was your best month that you've achieved in volume?
What, the best ever?
Yep.
32,500.
So 32,500, a 5% royalty on that. Pretty cool. Actually, I'm not very good with numbers, but I know that's a pretty good royalty check. Jennifer, what's your best month?
I've forgotten, but I'm quite sure. Ask Jan. Jan has all the information. And I'm waiting for Jan to beat the 32,000. But Jan, no, you'd remember. But I guess it's probably up around the 50, wasn't it?
Yeah, 51,000.
51,000 volume points. So how amazing is that? So 5% royalty on that. And Rosemary, what's your best month you've ever done?
10,000, a little over 10.
10,000. So that's pretty cool, right? And the exciting thing is this royalty, even though it stops at 3 levels, it goes as wide as you like. So you can have as many Rosemarys and as many Jans and as many Jennifers as you like. And you know what? You might not even know Jan. Jan could be anywhere in the world, and you might not even know Jennifer. So just from getting this person started, you could be picking up a very nice royalty check every single month just from getting one person started. And this is the power of duplication. So it's a really, really exciting area of income. And I'm going to go through some different income examples in a minute as well. So let's continue on. So here we go. So this is example 1. This is basically a global expansion team income. So, and I'm pretty sure probably the income that we were just looking at earlier is around here that we just went through with Rosemary, Jan and Jennifer for the month. But let's just look at here. You first you become a supervisor yourself and you start doing your 2,500 volume points a month. Now the reason why we want you to do this is because 2,500 volume points a month as a supervisor, so that's with your customers and some of your team members that you're helping get to 25% and 35% and 42%, etc. All of that volume counts as your volume. So you want to get to this because this gives you your full royalty, your full 5% royalty. So let's just say you get 2 supervisors and then you teach them to get 2 and then you teach them to get 2. Okay, so that's going to give you a total of 8, so 12, 13, 14 supervisors in your organisation doing 2,500 volume points every single month. So this might take you 6 months, it might take you 12, it might take you 3 years, it doesn't matter. There's no race, it's at whatever pace you want to go at, but this is going to give you a royalty and production bonus of $4,410 every single month, not including your retail and wholesale profit. Okay, and this is something that will help you get to global expansion team. Now, let's just say you're thinking mill team. So obviously Jan's a millionaire team member. So this is the example here. Just add one extra person into the example. You get supervisor, then you get 3 supervisors. They each get 3 supervisors, and they each get 3 supervisors. So that gives you 27 supervisors total. That's right. No, that's not right. 27, 36, 39 supervisors total, sorry. And they're all doing their 2,500 volume points a month each, minimum. Because obviously you can see with Jan, Jennifer and Rosemary that you can do more than 2,500 if you wish to. And this will give you a royalty and production bonus check of $15,795 a month. And then you can add your wholesale and your retail on top of that as well. And look, just imagine if that took you 3 years or 5 years or even 7 years, does it really matter? You can go at your pace. You can do it fast, you can do it slow. I've always been told by Jennifer, fast is best. And this is something, that it's we're not saying it's typical, but we're definitely saying it's possible, because here's Jan on the call doing that and Irene doing that already. So let's look at the next example, and let's imagine over the next 5 to 7 years, and even Jennifer said she's just been overseas where the people are just doing it super quick, and it's all about duplication. You get the supervisor, you get 5 supervisors, they get 5, and they get 5. So it's 125, 150, 155 supervisors doing the 2,500 volume points each month. You're doing yours, your minimum at least, because you set an example. And that's going to give you a president's team check of $76,725 for the month. And we just heard that Jared Cater on the weekend in Brisbane is earning, $45,000 to $50,000 a month. Jennifer's obviously on Chairman's Club, so earning more than this a month. Sometimes I'm sure. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but we're not saying it's typical, but we're saying it's definitely possible. Would you say that, Jennifer?
It's definitely possible because, I guess there's something like, 50-something, distributorships in Chairman's Club, and they're just like popping up all the time around America. There are people who are just 1 diamond away from the Chairman's Club and 2 diamonds. There are just so many people out there. So it's just, becoming easier and easier. Yes, some of those people have been in the business a long time, and others who are popping up really fast because of the new methods like Facebook and the confidence in the company, because we've been around 38 years and, we've got, huge Olympic teams and people like that using the product. So, it definitely, if people work together, we can go back to those old days where the comradeship, and our expectancy to do well and our urgency to do well. Everybody did big numbers in days gone by. We seem to have slacked off a bit for being nice and polite or something, but I'd like to see a return to everyone getting the excitement and absolutely going for it and seeing that you can still build huge businesses.
Yep. So think big, everyone. Dream big, think big. Why not you? And you know what? We're never going to run out of people to help. The river forever flows. Jim Rohn always says this. Those people that were 15, 10 years ago, now they're 25. There's just continually a fresh pool of people coming through that are just ready for this opportunity. So make sure you let people know about the possibilities and start dreaming big and think, why not you? And you know what? You're going to be passing the time anyway, doing maybe something you don't love. And how about in your part-time hours, turn the TV off, change a few habits and find that time to invest in something that's going to give you, an amazing future for you and your family. As Merv said, a financial wall around you that nothing will penetrate. That's what he used to say all the time.
Shelley, Jennifer, could I just ask you before you go on, when you're doing a business plan, it's great, to get excited about the business plan. Do you have a plan to have a session where you're going to get people how to use scripts, how to talk to people on the phone and stuff? That would be great to see, because when you see the business plan, if they can either start there, if they wanted to, little local ads or flyers or whatever they might do that's within Herbalife rules, and you get your phone ringing. And we used to always work from a script. and a script, gave us confidence because everyone around us was working from a script. And I actually just heard one of the big names, in industry recently saying he always still works from a script. So if you've got that on your list, I'll be really excited to hear it. And I'll have everyone listen.
We did yes, thank you, Jennifer. You're definitely right. We did do a packaging your story one, which was really heaps of fun and interactive as well. So absolutely, we will be having role plays and scripts. That would be fantastic. So we'll add that one in for sure. So thank you. So let's run on to, so this is a royalty income example based on everyone having 15 clients or members using Ultimate programs or equivalent, and they're equivalent to producing 2,500 volume points per month. So, and this is everything's achieved on individual effort. So this is basically helping someone get team. The example one that we talked about here, just in the last slide. So this is your royalty income potential. So this is you doing your 2,500 volume points a month. You're at 50%, and you're going to help 2 people get supervisor doing their 2,500 volume points a month. So you're going to be earning around $2,000 from your retail and your wholesale, plus a royalty of around $450 a month. Okay. Now the next step is to help these 2 people duplicate and get their 2 supervisors each. So now you're doing your 2,500 volume points a month or more. You've got these 2 people on your front line, and then on your second line you've got 4 people, and all of you are doing your 2,500 volume points a month minimum. You're going to be earning around $2,000 retail and wholesale from your sales with your clients, and you're going to be earning a royalty of around $1,350. So let's go one step more, which is this example here. So now you're at 50%. You've got your 2 on your first line, you've got your 4 on your second line, and now you've got 8 on your third line. So you've got a total of 14 people doing their 2,500 volume points a month or more. Remember, some people will do more, which is great. So you're going to be earning your $2,000 retail and wholesale, plus a royalty of $3,150. So in a nutshell, we call this a small division. So this is your global expansion team division, and this is the impact you're having on your community. You're improving the health of around 210 people. So how amazing is that? That by enrolling people into your mission, you're able to impact more people. You're providing income, or the company's providing income for 14 people, which is really cool. And you're earning around $5,000 a month as a global expansion team member. So who can see themselves doing that? It's exciting, right? So this is all about duplication. So becoming a supervisor. This is really important part of the business, getting to supervisor. So you can do 4,000 volume points in 1 month, or 4,000 volume points over 2 months, or we have the 3 to 12 month method. And next week we're going to go through all the different ways of going supervisor, including Jennifer's favourite team methods in Lions. And we're going to be covering all those different ways of going supervisor, because guess what? It's going to be coming up to the end of the month. We want you to finish the month off strong and show how to get people through to supervisor by the end of the month and help them finish their year off strong as well. So before we wrap it up, though, we're just going to go through some of the promotions coming out of the summit. So the spectacular tickets, the second release tickets are available for a limited time. So make sure you get on to myherbalife.com.au to order your tickets, or you can contact member services. They've got this fantastic be rewarded when you bring your first line to spectacular. So this is a great reason why you want to promote this to your team and take them with you. There's all these incentives for bringing 1 first line member right through to bringing 10 first line members or more. Photo opportunities with a guest speaker, mason jars and the water bottles and all sorts of things as well. So this is...
Shelley, can I just ask you, with the tickets, it's got the pre-sale and the first release sold out.
Yeah.
And I'm projecting goodness to myself. If, like, between now and February, I get myself a few supervisors, but obviously, does that mean now that there's no other tickets that can be sold then if I'm the spectacular?
Yeah, so you can, you can, now there's the next lot of tickets to release. So yes, just keep getting people and going on and getting the tickets. I'm sure that they'll make sure we can fit these people in. They're not going, so even at the extravaganzas, when they've sold out in the main room, they had a break-off room. So
Yeah.
yes, don't worry, they'll be able to fit you in.
Absolutely.
And your team. So yes, keep going. Don't stop. Just keep more. Get every.
I've got my ticket. I'm just thinking of future team, you know. So.
Yeah. I like your thinking, Lindy. That's great.
I like her thinking too. Have to see the one at the bottom that says bring 10 first line members, and you get a whole lot of goodies there. So why not go for the top? Then
Absolutely.
Top, faster's better.
I saw the pictures on Instagram of Greece and stuff. So yeah, I'm heading there.
Okay, well, if we can help you anytime, get my phone number. We're happy to help.
Thank you.
Excellent. So just a few more. So obviously a guest speaker, Dan Waldron, who I've been told is just like being trained by Mark Hughes. Did you have anything you wanted to say about Dan Waldron, Jennifer?
Oh, absolutely. Dan is going to be absolutely amazing. I see him in the Chairman's Club, and there's always people who are the people up there who add a lot, contribute a lot, and they're the real leaders. Dan is one of those great leaders, and he's going to be interesting. He's been around since the Mark Hughes days, and anybody who's been around and actually worked with Mark Hughes and knows that the love and the power and the comradeship of the business, the excitement that we all went through. You need to hear from these people. There's just nothing like it. I'm worried that we're all dying off, actually. Or maybe not me. I'm going to live till I'm 99. But certainly it's a wrong thing to say, because we're not dying off, but I meant we're getting older. But, like these people have got so much to offer. They've still got ongoing great businesses. And Dan actually has a nutrition club that we used to attribute to starting nutrition clubs for people who were the down and out, or, the people, to often in the Asian countries, not so much they're down and out, it's they're lonely. So they have nutrition clubs to bring people together. And I went to some with Lynette in Penang, and we had an amazing time. And then I went with Edward and Barbara to Thailand, and we saw, a nutrition club there. But Dan actually has a real elitist nutrition club. He's got a really great premises, absolutely beautifully done, and all the social elite come there. He's living in an area where there's super executives on really, really high incomes, and these people want good food. So they want products and shakes that have got the finest ingredients. They're the people that read the labels and want the latest. So his nutrition club is bringing people in on a different level. So you can make Herbalife work for your centre of influence. You work with the local nursing home, you work with the local school, whatever it is, you can make, we call it a leg of the chair. There's some way to another leg of the chair to do the business. So the more you hear from these people, you'll be just blown away, and you will be with them.
Awesome. Thank you, Jennifer. Plus, we have Dr. Dana Ryan. She's actually the Director of Sports Performance and Education. So I've seen her on a lot of videos with Herbalife and working with Cristiano Ronaldo and lots of other athletes as well. So it's going to be fantastic having her come and talk about the sports nutrition and a healthy, active lifestyle as well. So that's really cool. Also coming up are STSs all around Australia and internationally as well. So I've just put the one for Brisbane, but remember it's everywhere in Australia. So make sure you have a look at what the date is in December for yours, coming close to Christmas, and who can get, there's a new venue here for Brisbane, so just be aware of that. And we've got International Executive President's Team 15K, George Knight coming to do the one in December, which is really cool. And I've got one of my new senior consultants coming to this, so that's really exciting.
Is that on My Herbalife, Shelley, coming up with the 8th of December ones around the country, or is it just Brisbane?
This one's Brisbane, but this should be you should be able to go onto your Facebook pages for your state or the sydneysts.com, and obviously Sydney Olympic Park should have it listed as well somewhere. So just have a quick look, and
until we get Canberra going, of course. Yes,
that's right.
And Shelley, I've been asked to do a Just Got Back, talk. On the 8th up here in Brisbane. So anybody want to come from Canberra for a holiday to Brisbane and hear all about Greece and Israel. And
Jenny, I just left Brisbane.
Well, I'll try and get down. If you guys get something going in Canberra, I'll come down.
I'll hold you to that. Okay.
You get 10 people and they're going to be there, we'll come.
Oh, that's
Okay.
good. This is recorded. Good.
This is recorded. We got you now.
One thing Jennifer Rosar, she always follows through on what she says.
Absolutely. Whatever she says, she does.
But there's some good guys down there already in Canberra, and so they're just looking for some other numbers as well. So, you know, I just love to see, you know, a lot of the meetings that how we used to have them at Jan will tell you how we used to do 3 meetings a day, 5 days a week, and our office was packed with people. So when you've got an office packed with people, no one can deny the business work. So guys, just, you know, have an urgency attitude, have a will to win attitude, to will to get there fast. Say, I'm going to get in chairman's rather than get team, and just keep going for the highest thing.
Absolutely, we will, because we used to have them with Kim Urick about 10 years ago, and it sort of plateaued out a little bit, and then I relocated. So we're just doing our darndest to try and get it back up and running again here. So we love Sydney, but it's just nicer if you can do it local too.
Absolutely.
Well, I reckon massive flyers, everyone doing massive flyers, massive recognition. Go out all together as groups, you know, in your Herbalife gear, the same gear on, so people basically see you in the street with the same Herbalife stuff, looking healthy, and, you know, having coffees here and there, and, you know, even if they're not Herbalife coffee yet, because we haven't got it yet, so you can have the other kind. And because you guys know we're getting a new protein coffee at some time in the future that they've got in America, and it really is actually fantastic. It's going to be a great seller. So, but nevertheless, you guys go out in teams of people in your area, so people start seeing the Herbalife people. It gives you a great confidence all working together, having some fun. You know, you find it easy to talk to people, put out flyers, make sure your name, your phone number's on every flyer so there's no misunderstandings when people come. And, you know, just work in a team, get everyone going out together, and you will start killing it.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. So now when your SDS is coming up for December, because it'll be the last one for the year. And just to finish off, because we've got 11 days till the end of this promotion for Queensland. So who do you have in Queensland that's in your team that can qualify for this? So it's been going September, October, November. There's a recruitment recognition plus a personal production recognition. So have a look. There's a flyer out. But if you need a copy, just take a screenshot or print this off when you have a look at the recording. And so you can do it for recruiting first-line members and also for your own personal volume as well. So very, very exciting. So you've got 11 more days to qualify for this, so just go for it. I know there's a few people on the group that have been focusing on this as well. So very, very exciting. And just the very last promotion is the Money Can't Buy experience with the Western Sydney Wanderers. There's a flyer on myherbalife.com.au, plus it came out on Master Blast. So this is a really great one to go for as well. And we've got so many nutrition ambassadors in the sporting arena. So this is a really exciting one too. So I think that's all our promotions and everything for tonight. So next week we're doing part 2 of the marketing plan, which is all the different ways of going supervisor, including the team method, which is a really exciting, fast way to get you and your group there together. So Lindy, I think you'll be interested in this one. And yeah, thank you everyone for sharing tonight on the call. We really appreciate you supporting these. And yes, we're looking forward to doing heaps more different training calls all throughout the rest of this year and next year. And definitely put your hand up if you want to co-host or run a call as well. We're always happy to have lots of different people on. So I'm just going to stop sharing so we can see everybody. There you all are. Hi, everyone.
Co-host, are you crazy?
No, I think it's great. It's such a great way of learning, and so I appreciate everyone being on the call. Say hello to Mervyn for us, Steve, and say hello to Con for us, Irene. We're missing them. And yeah, we can't wait to interview you on one of the calls as well about your story and how you all got started. So that's going to be really exciting.
And just before you go, Shelley, say hello to Edward Mwanza from Zambia, who runs the Sarah Rose Orphanage. He's here. He's here and he's listening to your calls.
Hi.
Everyone.
Awesome.
Doing a great job, so thank you. So everyone have a wonderful week. Make this week count. It's, you know, you've got limited time between now and the end of the month. Make sure you do everything possible. Write a list of what you need to do and just go for it. And like Jennifer said, get excited, think big, dream big, and you can achieve anything that you want to.
No worries. I've got 2,500 flyers to get out in, 10 days?
You can do it.
No, 2,500 flies every day.
Oh, Jenny. From Gold Coast to Cairns and back again. Yeah.
Yeah.
For all your customers to do 1 or 2 streets in the area, Lindy, that you'll get about.
I'm going to go to Steve's area.
A few people in Parliament House if you drop off a few flyers there.
Thanks, Shelley.
So have a good night, everyone. Thank you,
Thanks,
Darcy.
Shelley.
We'll stop recording.
Bye.
All right.
Thanks, Shelley.